This is not something I really wanted to talk about. One, because it's treading on war propaganda, and I'll talk more about that later. And two, I'm not the most knowledgeable person on the subject. However, I know more than enough to tell you what I'm going to tell you today. There are no good guys in war. Israel's not the good guy, nor is Hamas. I'm not pro-Israel. I'm not pro-Hamas in this war. Okay? And anyone who comes out and says, "Oh, this side's really bad. We need to kill them all," or "This side's really bad. We need to kill them all," is a New World Order agent, or just a really dumb sheep. Either one. Hamas has killed civilians, and so has Israel. Some of these civilians are children. Both sides. They're being killed. Okay? So we're going to go through a few perspectives. From an American perspective, this isn't really any of our business. We shouldn't really care that much as a country. Our border is being completely destroyed. I mean, the war is at the border for us. We have a bunch of people coming in undocumented. We can, middle class families, regular families you see every day, can barely afford food, barely afford gas. I mean, barely afford anything. We're dealing with all these issues. The last thing we need to do is start destabilizing our currency even more than we already did with the Russia-Ukraine war by sending a bunch of money over there. And God forbid a draft. I mean, a draft, everyone would just dodge because no one's going to fight for Joe. Would you fight for Joe Biden as your chief and commander? You know, yeah, I know you wouldn't, nor would I. So let's go to the religious perspective. I'm a Christian, and as always, we're getting the short end of the stick. Whether it be the fact that we're both the minority in Israel and Palestine, Gaza, whatever it is, and we're being killed over there, or the fact that, and try to keep it cool with this video, Christians in America are openly supporting Israel just bombing Gaza. Just, yay, yay, they bombed them, woo! It's like, do you not realize that a bunch of innocent Christian civilians were killed in these bombings? Again, I'm not pro-Hamas. I'm not pro-Hamas. But you do realize that, right? Why are you so ecstatic about it? Why are you so happy? Yay! Hamas got bombed. Gaza got bombed. Yay! A bunch of your brethren were killed too in that bombing. Some of your brethren are children as well. Why are you so happy about it? I mean, I don't want to turn this into a video about a different subject, but it's just another example of Christians doing stupid things. I hate it so much. I see why people convert from Christianity to Islam because our team right now, Christianity, is the most ignorant team of all. It's just nothing goes our way, and it's all our fault. None of it is like, oh, it's other people. No, it's all our fault. We're always wrong on issues, and we can never unify anything. That's the worst combination possible. Because the left, I mean, 99% of the time they're wrong, right? But they're unified, so they can move forward. We're wrong, and we can't unify, so we're just stuck all the time. You may say, oh, why don't you convert to Islam? Because I believe Christianity is true. I believe Jesus rose from the dead. How other people act doesn't have any, doesn't alter that at all. It's a non sequitur. Anyways, another thing I'll say is this conflict's exposing who's real and who's not. Like I said, if you see someone, and I lost a lot of respect for a lot of people. So I went on Twitter one time. I don't use Twitter, but I went on it one time to figure out, okay, what the hell's going on? Because I see so many people talking about it. And I just look at the people talking like, wow. Wow, that guy is an agent of the NWO. I don't want to listen to that guy anymore. Some girls do. Anyone who is extremely pro-Hamas, like one of those figureheads who are extremely, yeah, pro-Hamas, 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 yes, Hamas, great. You got all those Israel hostages and killed them. Great, great, great. You killed all those people. Yay, yay, yay. Those people are agents or sheep. Now, the other side, and this is where, because like the pro Hamas people, I already kind of knew. Like, yeah, I mean, of course they're gonna do that. But the super pro, I mean, these right wingers, and I'm very conservative. I'm a very conservative person, but these right wingers are just pro Israel crazy people. They're so happy that Gaza got bombed. They're so happy. Israel must retaliate. Israel must bomb everybody. Civilians, well, they're all culpable. They're all you know, etc., etc., etc. Oh, sorry, we killed a bunch of people, civilians. Sorry about that. Oops, oops. But it's great, you know, great. Yay. So happy. They're so happy about it. They're like, I mean, all the men have like boners for bombing Gaza. I'm like, bro, this is not a video game. Okay, a lot of people look at war like a video game. The same people who are like, yeah, Ukraine, 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 kill all the Russians, kill all the Russians. They look at life like a video game. Okay, and this is one of my more left-wing views, I guess. This type of view would be something a classical liberal would say, but think about it. Let's say I never really played Call of Duty. I played Phantom Forces on Roblox, which is like a Call of Duty clone, essentially, but we'll use a Call of Duty example. You get 60 kills and 3 deaths. And you're like, wow, look at me. Hey, look, bro, I got 60 kills. I'm doing great. 60 to 3. That's a great KDR, right? Incredible. Great job. You talk about it like that, right? Yay. Excited, right? Those 60 people you killed were just virtual, you know, video game. There were people behind the screen. They didn't actually die. That person you killed in Call of Duty didn't have any intrinsic value. But, and you just talked about the number, like 60. Like it's nothing, right? But then, all of these pro-Israel crazy people, right? And again, I'm not pro-Hamas. They just talk about all the civilians that got killed. And they just talk about like a video game. Oh yeah, all these civilians got... Well, you know, it doesn't really matter, you know, because we bombed Gaza. I mean, great, right? It's like, bro, do you know how many people, civilians, just got killed, including children? These are not valueless AI video game CGI characters. These are real people. I mean, think about how many life experiences you've had. Think about how many people you've helped. Think about how many people depend on you. Think about all of that. Okay, every person, even a loser, you hear me talking about loser all the time. I'm going to say something about losers that is positive. A loser has a lot of life experience. Maybe it's not great life experience. Maybe it's a bunch of video games, right? But they still have life experiences. They have experiences. These things are valuable. And to just talk about mass killing of civilians as if it's nothing is disgusting, to be honest. And also the Jewish response from people like Ben Shapiro or the Jewish leaders, it doesn't help them. It doesn't help with the message that say, oh, anti-Semites have nothing right. They're completely wrong, blah, blah, blah. The way they're responding right now doesn't help. It doesn't help trying to suppress that message. And to be honest, I don't really like Ben Shapiro anymore. I used to be a big Ben Shapiro fan, but now, I mean, recent times, what? Yeah, I don't see the point. Plus, he's pushing this pro-Israel. Yes, yes, we killed all the civilians. Yay! It's like, no, no. Another note about Israel. This is a Christian thing, but if you read the Bible, you understand the cycle that Israel always goes through. Israel does retarded things. Israel gets punished by God. They behave for a bit, and the cycle repeats. We see this happen a bunch of times in the Bible, so that's an interesting thing to look at. And I'll end the video on this. The best thing, let's say you're a super pro-Hamas guy or super pro-Israel guy, and you're like, yeah, no, I disagree with you. I mean, Hamas is doing really good things, or Israel's doing really good things. I think they're great. Blah, blah, blah. If you really want to push your agenda, if you really want to make a difference that you want to make, if you want to make that difference, the solution is not going on Twitter like, oh, yeah, Ben Shapiro, you're right. It's great that we killed all the civilians. Or it's also not like, be like, who's a pro-Hamas guy? I don't, there are names I want to throw up, but I don't want to label them anything. So say a pro-Hamas guy makes a tweet. It's like, oh, yeah, pro-Hamas, yeah, great. All those Israel hostages got killed, yay. You're just a little sheep, okay? You aren't actually making a difference. You're just a geek, all right? You're not a G, you're a geek, okay? G standing for geek. If you really want to make a difference, doesn't matter what you're doing, if you really want to make a difference, get your money up, okay? And then start donating money to whatever cause you think is great. So whether that be opening orphanages for both sides, whether it be feeding or paying the medical bills of all the kids who got bombed on both sides, or injured, let's just say injured, on both sides, or whether that be supporting Hamas and sending them money, okay, go ahead. Or whether that be sending Israel money, go ahead. If you really want to push your agenda, that's how you do it. You don't do it by just being a little nerd on Twitter. And a message, a word about war propaganda. I said that was the last thing, but this is something important. The reason why I didn't make a video about this sooner is because this whole war thing, like just wars going on, is just a distraction. That's all it is. They say, look, war, war, woo, woo, war. Oh my God, everyone's dying. Oh my God, Israel's the good guys and they're being attacked by. Oh my God, I can't believe this. That is all to distract you from what actually matters. It's so they can, it's like a woo, 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 oh, oh, and then someone just backdoors. Something happens in the back and you don't realize it because there's something going on right here. Ooh, 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 oh, and there's something all the way back there, something happening important. Oh, I can't see it. I'm too distracted with war. You need to move that out of your face. That's why I'm not here pushing war propaganda. Okay, I'm not pushing war propaganda. I'm saying it would be nice if we had a leader that said something like I was saying, or we had a bunch of classical liberals who aren't completely crazy going on about this. Because this is something, what I'm saying right now is something a classical liberal would say. I wish we had a strong leader that would say, hey, how about we stop killing everybody and we just end the war somehow? I'm not a I don't know a lot about this stuff, okay? But the goal should be to end the war at the end of the day and stop killing all these people. That should be the end goal. How you get there, I don't know. Don't ask me that. It's not my area of expertise at all. But you can't just be killing all these people for what? For what? I mean, how many? I mean, let's say. I mean, this is a question I would ask all these pro-Hamas, pro-Israel people. What's the point of this war? What's the point of killing all these civilians? Why? Most of them won't be able to answer. Same thing with Russia, Ukraine. Why? Why kill? Why kill everybody? Not pro-Russia, not pro-Ukraine. Well, why kill everybody? Why? Why kill all these people? Why force women to be in the military like the Ukrainians are? Why? Combat in combat, not just medic roles. Why? Why do this? There's no point. It's endless. It's just a distraction from what's actually happening in the world. So, your response to the Gaza-Israel conflict or Hamas-Israel conflict should be the following. Don't care. Gotta make some money. Unless, you have family there and etc. But for someone like me, I don't have any stake in this at all. I don't like Hamas. I don't really care about Palestine. I don't really care about Gaza. And I, I would say I don't care at all about Israel. But the only thing I like about Israel is that that's the land Jesus lived on. That's the only thing I like about Israel. That's it. Everything else, I don't give a damn. So, that's what your response should be. Still got to focus on myself. I can still barely say situation. I mean, some people who can't even pay their bills, they need to make more money, they need to work on a business. They have serious issues. They're like, oh, Gaza, Gaza, Israel, Gaza, Israel, Gaza, Israel. They're doing that on purpose. They're doing it to trap people like you into wasting all your time so you can be more broke, so you're more broke, so you're easier to exploit. All right, don't fall for the war propaganda.